Afghan forces at a remote desert firing range. These recruits come here to Camp Leatherneck in Helmland, the front line of fighting, to learn weapons skills. It's part of a US military training program to build a fully functioning Afghan police and army. But trainers are hoping the paper targets down these soldiers' sights will be replaced soon with insurgents.
We're training our forces with modern equipment. They're using grenades, sniper rifles and other high-tech equipment from the US.
Military officials are keen to show progress here. The number of soldiers and police has grown by a third since this time last year. The US says if the security forces expand at the current rate, they will stay comfortably ahead of their recruitment targets.
The US military says the only way to defeat the insurgency is by having Afghan troops and police in risky areas like Helmland on the ground. But training them on a large scale is going to be a challenging task.
That's because a quarter of all recruits either die in uniform, desert or defect to the Taliban. And of most concern is perhaps a growing trend of Afghan forces turning on their new friends. Just last month, a US-trained Afghan soldier allegedly murdered 2 Marines. An investigation is underway. If true, it would be the latest in a series of turncoat attacks by Afghan soldiers on their allies. Still though, trainers here say the incidents should be seen as individual crimes and insist US and Afghan troops must still work together.
Those things will happen. Mostly they're crimes. They're not necessarily insurgents who have come into the training camp, but they're murders, and we treat them as crimes until we can document that they're not as such.
NATO allies are hopeful Afghans one day will be able to quell the insurgency themselves. That's central to their goal of a military withdrawal by 2014. And it's a vital one, because without a functioning security force, they simply cannot afford to leave. Ashraf Helmi, Inside the National.